Let's make it a good day.
Coming up, after a year of big drama, is CBS canceling The Talk? And which Housewives of OC are getting canceled? It's all in the hot dish. Then, looking for a great treat to cause some fireworks at your 4th of July BBQ? Stephanie Hansen is sharing a family recipe that will absolutely do the trick. And get ready to laugh again. We're celebrating the 10th anniversary of Bridesmaids. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Becker. Good morning, Finlayson. Yeah. And good morning, New Brighton. And good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister and Payless Shoe Sources Employee of the Month, Kendall Mark, everyone.
Hello.
You could pay more, but why?
You choose to pay less?
I don't know. You look lovely today.
Thank you.
We're unintentionally matching today.
We are.
We have our purple, our grape ape on today.
Our grape ape. And we match the dog. We match TV's ribbon.
That's right. We match the set.
Yes.
Because one of our primary colors here, purple.
Purple.
The color purple. Hey, speaking of Kendall looking great, so yesterday, maybe if you work in an office or someplace you have like, or you know, when you were in elementary school, you had school picture day. You got one of those plastic combs and you brushed your hair. Well, we had our version of school picture day yesterday here at Fox 9. It was publicity picture day. Here we are. You'll be seeing these, well, nowhere, but you'll be seeing these, yeah. No, we have billboards now. We have billboards. But you'll be seeing these around. So this is just a little unedited there. I'm just going to say it. I know it's hard to decipher when I'm being sarcastic or being very thoughtful. I'm being thoughtful. You look beautiful.
Oh,
you looked
thanks.
absolutely beautiful yesterday. That pink dress was stunning.
Thank you. It helps when you have all the right lighting and makeup and hair people.
Oh, it was. I mean, it's not. No, please, no. You were, but me, it was smoke and mirrors and Vaseline.
No.
Yeah.
No.
They put they had the Barbara Walters lens on.
They did not.
They put the camera in a Noka and shot that way. It was just like, well, how far can we put the camera back? But no, you looked great. You looked wonderful.
Everyone was really excited. I believe her name was Petra. She was helping with the hair and makeup. She told me while we were getting ready that she loves the show and she's come as an audience member before.
Oh.
So when I was like, oh, there he is, because I heard you walk in, she was like, oh, she's so excited.
Oh, she was
Yeah.
sweet. I was a little
sweet.
shy, you know. I was like, I never liked picture day because you know, like none of us do. You always you're tough on yourself. I'm like, ugh, I don't like the way I look, blah blah blah. So I hope I was Petra. Thank you. She did a great job.
Yeah,
and that
she was so
photographer
sweet.
was great too. Let me tell you a story. So you know how when you work someplace and maybe your boss gets a good idea, and you know, and then they run with it for years. It's like, oh, let's all every Friday, let's go around the company and everybody sing a song. And then because it's the boss's idea, you do it until the day you die.
Yeah.
Even if it's a horrible idea. That's what we have here with Fox 9 Town Ball. Now, if you're wondering why we keep talking about it, it is because you know I like to poke the bear with the bosses.
Yes, you do.
Because the bosses think it is the best thing ever created for broadcast television. And I just like to poke her because, so when they put the night team out there, because really the night team, they're the popular ones. You know, the night people like
the cool kids.
Randy Meyer and Kelsey and Ian Leonard, you know, that those are the kids, you know, those are the popular kids in the playground.
Yeah.
We're the ones that you don't play with. You know, people don't look at us. So that's why I like to poke them even more. So every time they send people out, crews for Town Ball, they send a staff of like 30, okay, 30.
For real.
For real. And I have, Leo, can we get a shot? Can we, Eric, get the jib camera? I have an actual shot of the crew that they send out for Fox 9 Town Ball. Eric, let's get this ready. Okay, so let's see if we can show.
Oh, it's a real photo. It really is.
That is a real photo. Look at the human beings that it takes to put on Fox 9 Town Ball, okay? This is one newscast. Now, the Jason Show was live at Target Field one year, and this is, the Star Tribune caught this. Here's our crew. Right there.
Oh, by the way.
Right there, 2 people, right there. there was the Jason Show crew. 2 people right there, that was it. So because of that, I just like to just poke the bear. Well, we find out today, shiver me timbers, I'm being punished. I see what you put out into the universe comes back to you. I've poked the bear so much, the executive producer, Jeff, told me today, they're forcing us to go live from Town Ball. When's the date? July 14th at a park in Minneapolis. The whole show will be live out there. So here's the deal. I'm competitive. I don't like even when you play Taboo with me or a board game, so here's the deal. They get nice little crowds out there for the evening. Hi, Randy Meyer. No, Ian Leonard, he loves it so much that he hasn't even been in the building for 2 months. They just leave him out at the ballparks, plug him into a recharging station, and then bring him out for the next game. But I want the biggest crowd ever. So you guys can join us, and I want to show the evening team, all of you. I want to show off the Jason Show Rangers.
Yeah.
So I want to beat the crowd that the evening gets.
Yeah.
Ian Leonard's always like, oh, there's 40 people. No, Ian, I want 100 Jason Show Rangers out there to show the evening team we're popular too.
Yeah. Is it too late to move the whole entire shebang, the whole thing? I know there's a little bit of work
Don't give them
involved.
ideas.
To go to
Kendall,
Red Wing?
don't give them ideas.
Well, if we go to Red Wing, we get like a huge
Kendall,
crew.
again, 2 people for Target Field. We had 2 people, and one of the guys fell asleep during the show.
Oh.
Anyway, we'll get the name of the park, but mark your calendars. I need all of you to take off work July 14th and join us live at 10 a.m. More details to come. Roll it, Leo. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. Gotta eat it right? It was a rocky 11th season for the ladies of the talk. Sharon Osbourne had a messy exit, which resulted in the show going on hiatus. But it's the season of miracles. Listen to this. Tiny Tim's here because the show has been renewed for season 12. The show now has Carrie-Ann Inaba, Cheryl Underwood, Amanda Klutz, and Elaine Welteroth. No word on who's eventually going to be one of the new ladies at the table. I am shocked by this. Because how many times did I say, with all the drama at the talk, cancel it. Just cancel it. It's not been doing well in the ratings. The only reason is maybe they have some ideas for the next season. Maybe they have a cool co-host coming in. Or maybe the show costs like $12 to make, like
Right.
this one. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, even before everything that happened this year, when Julie Chen had left and Sarah Gilbert had left, it already, you just said this, was kind of going downhill. I read today that somewhere it said that they had, from the opening of this season through when Sharon had left the show, there was about a 14% drop.
Yeah, in ratings.
In ratings. I mean, that's huge.
Because, there's no spice to it. Look, we're not a spicy show. You need to differentiate yourself.
Well, I mean.
Well, no, there's no, but, you need to be a little spicy. And there's no, it's very like, I don't know. I'm just shocked that it's back. But for the crew, I'm glad for them.
Yep.
Yeah. Next in the dish, California is back open for business. And James Corden celebrated last night with a musical. Look at this.
No lockdowns anymore. Time to go back to work indoors. While I really watch Bridgerton. No lockdowns anymore. Traffic is so much worse than before. What's an NFT?
I have no idea.
What?
That's right, Ariana Grande Latte and Marissa joined him. Winokur joined him on this fantastic, this is great. I know a lot of people are hating on him, but this is what his show does so well. That looks like a musical that should be on HBO. That looks like In the Heights.
I know.
The cinematography is this close. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
Steve.
I was
Sorry.
just going to say that. I agree. I mean, think about the coordination involved in all this. I mean, from the dancing to the camera angles that need to be just right and in a fluid motion to Ariana Grande showing up in a yellow dress.
Crazy.
That budget is a lot better.
That's a huge budget. Again, 2 people right there. That's the Jason Show Live, 2 people. Town Ball the musical. Let's do that.
We gotta call Aaron Schwaberini.
That's right. Let's do a musical out there.
Aaron, help.
That is fantastic. That is absolutely, let's play ball.
Let's swing the bat.
And score a touchdown.
Home run.
Okay.
Same thing.
Not really.
Batter up, everybody.
I'm gay.
He loves the outfits all day.
That's right. What great costumes.
It's
Next to the dish, the flagship series of the Real Housewives franchise is experiencing some turbulence, so buckle your safety belts. Bravo is shaking up the cast of Orange County for the 16th season. Heather Dubrow is coming back. She appeared on the show for 4 seasons and is married to Terry from E's Botched. I love that show. Kelly Dodd is out. Kelly was a bit of a firebrand who brought more controversy than the network could really stomach. 2 other recent additions are also out. But mainstay Shannon will return. No word if the network will turn to the OG Vicky to try and help revive the series. Okay, now you guys know I don't watch this one. Jeff does, a lot of my friends do. This is all good news. They didn't like this season.
Yeah, I haven't watched the show in a long time either, but just knowing Heather is back makes me want to watch the show. And if they brought back Tamra and Vicky, oh my gosh.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna say it again. Last night was another episode of Housewives of New York. Same thing, Bravo. Do what you're doing to OC to the New York because it ain't getting any better. Last night was still a dumpster fire, a Botoxed dumpster fire. So fix it. Bring back Jill, bring back some OGs. You have like 2 cast members on that show. It's horrible. You ruined the best. No wonder people aren't watching. We'll be right back. Stay with us, everybody. The party continues next. I'm going to read something here I never thought I would on a television show. Selma Hayek's owl vomited on Harry Styles. That's all I have. Actually, I have more. Also ahead, summer festival season is here, and yay, we can actually go to them this year. Stephanie Hansen is back with her ultimate list of fests you can't miss. And watch that buffet food. We're celebrating 10 years of Bridesmaids. That and more when we come back.
There's only you. No one else can ever do just what you do. If we could only have an hour more or 2. You're the best at what you do. Who else can we turn to?
Can you play a clip from David Letterman's last show a couple of years ago? Can you just...
You're the best at what you do. Who else can we turn to?
Because you also sang that song on the last episode of the Magic Johnson talk show back in the late 90s. Roll the clip.
You're a legend through and through. All the rest can just go smooth.
Oh, Martin Short saying goodbye to Conan. You know, Conan's wrapping up his show over there on TBS, going to move to HBO Max. You forget, and especially all the youngs out there, Marty Short is so good.
So funny.
Martin Short is so, not that he's underrated, he's highly rated, but I think people sometimes forget how really good he is. He's so, I mean, and he's one of those great talk show guests that really work at it. Steve Martin, the late great Robin Williams, Marty, they all put a lot of effort. Howard Stern, they all put a lot of effort. They just don't sit down and have, you know, a story about
Get interviewed.
Yeah.
Right.
They always come to play, and they always work really hard. And what a great bit. What a great bit. I'm going to miss Conan, but I'm excited to see what he's going to do on HBO Max.
Yeah.
That's where he should be. You know, streaming with no limits, no editing. You can do what you want. Because HBO Max, again, oh, Hacks. If you guys haven't watched Hacks, please go watch it with Gene Smart. What?
I'm trying to remember where I misplaced that pass password you were gonna
Oh
give
crap! Hold on a minute. Let me send it to you and just.
Yeah, tell Alexa.
Oh, Ted
again
said I
what it
gotta do it later because Ted said I gotta read this. I'll send you my HBO password a little bit later. Next in the dish, the Olympics are more than a month away, but don't tell that to the folks on the streets of LA. Again, I just need you to understand again, the Olympics aren't happening yet. Watch Kimmel's latest edition of Live Witness News.
Hey, have you been watching the Olympics?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Annette, have you been watching the Olympics?
Yeah.
Have you been enjoying them?
The Tokyo ones, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nick, have you been watching the Olympics?
I have been.
You been enjoying them?
I do, yeah.
You see Usain Bolt win that big race?
I see it. I did. I really did. I saw it was just a little bit of it.
Yeah. No one really thought he was going to win. He was racing against Greg Fast
Some
and
younger people, yeah.
Len Quicken and that Russian Harry Runzaton.
Yeah, it was impressive. It still worked.
How do you think they're doing with the Olympics?
In all honesty, I haven't watched it myself.
Have you seen some of the highlights and stuff?
None at all. So I'm probably not going to help. However, I have heard that it's good.
You have some friends who have been watching it?
No. Well, yes, a little bit.
Which friends?
Friends from like family friends.
Which family friend?
Mom's side.
Your mom's side?
Yep.
Relative?
Yep.
What's their name?
Sandy.
Sandy's been watching it?
Yep.
And what sports does Sandy like in the Olympics?
Shot put.
Sandy, you know, Kendall on my mom's side, Sandy,
Yeah.
my mom's friend on my mom's side, was watching
The shot put.
the shot put
Yeah.
in the Olympics. Yeah.
It's like those lies that like, this is kids why you don't tell a lie, because you could just see him like slowly trying to get at that.
Can I tell you something that's gonna maybe disappoint you and me?
Sure.
I don't like the Olympics. I know. Executive producer Jeff just collapsed.
Should I fire myself?
No, I know. I wish I did. I've never been into it. I know executive producer Jeff lives. I don't. You know, I just. It's not my thing.
So okay.
Yeah.
So you're not Sporty Spice. I
I'm
get
not.
that. I absolutely love the Olympics. I go cuckoo bananas, Cocoa Puffs, whatever you
Nutter
want to call
Butters.
it.
Yeah.
For it. I used to tape everything and then rewind it and watch it. So, is it because you don't like you're missing the heartfelt narratives and stuff like that? Because they have always done a pretty good job of that. I feel like that would appeal to you.
Oprah was on. I mean, it'd compete against the talk show. I don't know. It just runs all the time. I never know when to watch it. That's part of the problem. Like, what? All the time.
Literally
See, that's a lot.
all the time.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Jason, the stories of triumph, the competitive nature of fighting for one's country in a leotard.
That's a Saturday night.
Flipping!
That's a typical Saturday night. Leotards.
I thought you would appreciate at least that part of it.
Next in the dish. This story, I can't. Selma Hayek was on Ellen yesterday and talked about her pet owl. Deanna, I said pet owl. Yeah. Our intern just left. She's like, what? Who has an owl? Anyway, you heard this right. Look at this.
There's sometimes people come to work on the house or something, and it's so funny because I've seen like really big guys, workers, you know, that all of a sudden she flies on top of them and they go, "Wah!" Like, so, not even with the snake, they can get so scared because they're not expecting it.
Right.
And I find it hilarious. I love it. The worst is when there's this ball of hair that comes out of their mouth.
Yeah, after they eat
What?
the animal, then they regurgitate the hair of the animal. Yep.
Yes, and one time there was a very important celebrity, I will not say his name, and he was really excited about the owl and was hoping that the owl would go on his head because it was on me. And he's like, oh, I need an owl in my life, how do you do that? And the minute he least expected it, it came on his head, but then he did the thing.
Oh.
And this thing came out, this ball of rat hair was on his head. He was okay. He was kind of cool.
Yeah.
He didn't scream.
Yeah. No, that happens, you know.
Yeah, so the celebrity was Harry Styles. Look at that. There's the pet owl. Oh, good gravy. Holy Harry Potter. Look at that. Oh my goodness, the owl's like attacking the camera.
I feel like there'd be a lot of like if you just let the owl roam free, there'd be like dropping issues.
And I don't know if that's the best idea. I had a ferret once.
I'm sorry.
I had a ferret once. His name was Nanook. And I was a freshman in college. and my friend Angela came over, and Nanook grabbed onto her ankle and wouldn't let go, and Angela proceeded to scream and run through the house. That's the closest I have to an animal attacking a guest.
You had a ferret named Nanook.
Nanook. And unfortunately, he jumped out of my living room window in Indianapolis. I'm not kidding. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Did he survive?
It was the 18th floor, so that's a big no. No. It was the cherry on the top of a horrible freshman year of college. Yeah.
Nanook just offed himself?
What you think happened, happened. And on that lovely note, let's talk to our audience. It's Carol, everyone. Hi, Carol.
Hi, Jason.
Hi. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm good. How are you?
I hear we were having technical difficulties at the beginning of the show.
Yes, it was user error.
Oh, it's okay. I still love you. You're in Cottage Grove, right, Carol?
Yes, I am.
And I want you to know, Carol wants to know if we're getting her emails or if we're ignoring her, which I love that question. We are not ignoring you. Producer Jeff just filters the emails, and he hasn't given us your emails yet. So it's all Jeff's fault, Carol.
Well, I've been pouring out my heart to you, and you don't answer.
I'm sorry. I'll tell Jeff to send them to me, and I'll reply, okay, sweetheart? I promise.
There was quite a while ago. I gave up on you.
It's all right. You were not the first. I love you, though, and I'm glad you're here. Stick around. We're going to have fun with Carol a little bit later. Poor Carol. She sends me an email. Well, you know, there's the Facebook messages come in, and then when new ones come in, they get pushed down. Poor Carol.
She's pouring her heart out.
I know.
It sounds like my middle school crush. You just pour your heart out, and they don't even answer.
Ted, find out Carol's last name off air. I'll reply to her after the show. Jeff, I swear.
Your mother's going to call you about
this. I know.
This.
It's all Jeff's fault. Next up, it's been a rocky return to the Real Housewives of New York for former housewife Heather Thompson. She returned as a friend to the show this season and immediately clashed with, well, most of the women, especially Leah McSweeney. Leah called her a Karen after bashing Heather about bad things she said about women on a podcast about, other cast members. Heather talked about her feud with Leah on Watch What Happens Live last night. Look at this.
Thoughts on Leah making sure the women were aware of what you had said about them before you got to the Hamptons?
I wish they had listened to the podcast. I really wish they had listened to the podcast. So I was very surprised to hear it continue without ever listening to the podcast.
Because you felt like what you said on the podcast was fairly innocent versus how it was reported back.
100% innocent.
And you notably called Bethany a know-it-all. Reaction to Leah accusing you of thinking you're the authority on everything.
Sometimes I am a know-it-all. You know what I mean? And definitely sometimes Bethany is a know-it-all, but that didn't bother me so much.
I don't love Heather. I don't. She wasn't. She was on for like 3 or 4 years. But I'm not gonna repeat myself. But Leah and they're ruining it. Leah, I just do not like anymore. And I liked her last year. But and Heather, she doesn't need to come back. There are other former cast members that could come back that would be better. Jill Zarin. Just saying. Kelly Ben Simone. Satchels of gold. Just saying.
I don't watch the show, but I didn't like how she was just answering and defending her really mean stuff and then smiling like this.
Yeah.
I can't stand when people do that. You don't get to be mean and smile.
No. She is a little bit of a know-it-all, though. She really is. So.
No, thank you.
Oh, well. Oh, some milkshakes have come into the studio here. Where were they for today? Peppermint Twist in Delano.
There's actual milkshakes in the building?
Yeah, my father-in-law swears by this place, and that's where, are you ready, audience? Fox 9 Town Ball is this evening. That's right, tonight, Delano. So, Peppermint Twist, legendary shake, yes?
Can you just wrap this up so we can get one before they're all gone?
Sure, we'll be right back. Stay with us, everybody. Back in a moment. Go get your shake. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Oh, we're having fun today. And the fun's going to continue right now because we don't want to freak you out, but 4th of July is only, I should say, 2 weeks away. And you might be looking for a recipe or two to impress your friends because, hello, you can have them over now. Here with a festive family treat is our good friend Stephanie Hansen from The Weekly Dish. Hello. Did you just come out of the bed? Where were you? Where did you just pop in from?
I'm very excited because I heard your Nanook ferret story. That's my favorite story, even though rest in peace, Nanook.
I know that you love that story, and people think I'm making it up, but it's very true. And it was, yeah, anyway.
When anything starts with I had a ferret, I'm all in.
Yeah. Steph, that's a mighty large mixer in the foreground there of your shot. Like, I'm barely paying attention to you because the mixer, the proportion makes it look like it's 4 times the size of you.
It probably is, but we're using this mixer to make whipped cream because we're making a special summer cake that I made with my 12-year-old niece this weekend, and she loved it.
Is this, I don't want to be overly dramatic about this, but this is a family recipe, right, Steph?
Yes,
Okay.
but it's so easy, it's kind of embarrassing, but everybody loves it, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, so you're just gonna put a little wax paper or something down on your tray, and I'll show you why in a minute. But you make a white cake, okay?
Okay.
So here's our cake, and you put it down, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna basically frost the cake with whipped cream. And I've stabilized the whipped cream so it's got a higher thickness to it.
How do you do
by
that?
Using,
how do you stabilize it?
Yes, I used this magic ingredient called cream of tartar. I never knew what it was, and basically it's just a stabilizer. So you can see it's making really nice fluffy whipped cream. And I also added confectioner's sugar so that it tastes good. And I'm gonna put a bunch of berries on this cake. And we had it just last weekend with strawberries, but I'm gonna make like a 4th of July version because the red, white, and blue. Hello,
Steph,
it's beautiful.
I'm laughing because we can barely see the cake because of the blender.
Oh, okay.
Because of the mixer.
Here, we'll get rid of the mixer.
Thank you. Thank you.
There, now can you see
now
the cake?
we can see you. Yes, now we can see
Okay.
you, sweetie. Okay.
Well, you know. So
I
what
know.
I'm doing is I'm putting blueberries in the middle, and then I'm going to put like a ring of strawberries, and you can really do whatever you want. I just cut the strawberries in half so
Okay.
they lay flat.
Look at your cake stand. Look at your cake. Is that an antique?
It's not, but it looks like it because it's a replica.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing though. So I'm just going to decorate this. And when we made it this last weekend, we didn't frost the sides. We kind of left it open so you could see the pretty berries inside.
Okay.
But you can really do it either way. So, okay, we've got our ring of fruit in there, right? Can you see that? Now we have cake number 2.
And you're just using, what cake? You're just using the Betty Crocker stuff?
Yeah, white box cake. It's so simple.
Oh,
but
wow.
this is going to look fancy.
Okay.
So then we're going to put our whipped cream on the top. And we're going to, I don't even have like a special bakery spreader because I'm not official. I'm just a home cook lady.
Yeah.
But like, honestly, we are going to make this look incredible. It tastes great because it's super light. And in the summer, you don't want super heavy desserts.
No.
It also, like, my niece was so excited to decorate it. She made it all pretty. And, you know, when you're baking with your family, you just want it to be fun.
Yeah. Especially in the summer. And we're so excited to get together, finally, that
I know.
You want to do stuff outside. And, well, I mean, this you should probably do inside. But how many layers is this stuff?
It's just 2, but if you were feeling fancy, I mean, you literally could make 4. So you could make 2 cakes and have 4 layers. Like, you be you, do your thing in the kitchen. Baking is like, I like baking, but I'm not the best because I'm not super precise. I'm a little more throw it together type person.
Yeah.
But this recipe, people just, I mean, I served it to 20 people, 1 cake. I got 20 slices out of it. People loved it. People were asking me for the recipe, and I was a little embarrassed to say, well, just make a white cake and then stabilize some whipped cream and put it all together. But for the 4th of July, it's just going to be epic.
Well, and I was going to say, Steph, the guests will never, the guests at your party don't have to know that it's soup's easy.
No, I always tell the truth, though, because I can't lie. I should lie.
Well,
I should be like, oh, my gosh, it took me days to make this cake for you.
It's not so much lying,
Okay,
Steph.
so-
It's omitting facts. It's omitting facts.
Or alternative facts, I
Yes.
think, as they like to say.
The recipe's on the screen, everybody.
So the top is done, and you can see the layers. Now, if you want to get fancy, you just put some whipped cream on the sides and frost it like you would a regular cake. Now, it's going to take me a little bit to get this done, but
yeah, it's
and
all
the
right.
lights are melting it a little bit. But so see, there you go. So you can just kind of, I made one that's on my Instagram at Stephanie's Dish, and there's also a recipe for you. So if you just take your time, you can kind of fill in those areas. But I mean, it's cute.
It is, and I do like the ease of it.
Yeah, and if you feel like if you want to do like a square cake, you could. So just like a 8.5 by 11 or a 9 by 13 sheet cake, you could do.
Yeah.
You could also do like a sheet pancake if you have a lot of people coming.
This is
You can
great.
make it fancier for adults. You can add sour cream to the whipped cream, or you can add mascarpone, and that gives it a little more richness.
I love it.
So see, it's pretty fancy looking.
Fancy but easy. Fancy
Yes.
but easy. That's perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
And Jace, if you were here, I would serve you a piece. Kendall, you too.
Oh, I haven't been invited to your house yet, but I look forward to that.
You couldn't come to my cabin because I had an outhouse, so
Yeah,
you know.
I'm not all about that. Anyway, Stephanie's hanging out. When we come back, it's festival season, and you know Stephanie's famous for her lists. Well, she has a list of these festivals you need to go to. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, friends. Hanging with our good friend, Stephanie Hansen. Hey, Steph, have you ever been to the Peppermint Twist in Delano?
Of course, they have the best creamy cones.
Okay, we just had the raspberry shake. Oh, look at that, Steph. You did that in the commercial.
I did. I made it fancy for you.
That is beautiful. Anyway, I fully endorse the raspberry shake from the Peppermint Twist. That is the work.
Excellent. It's one of Stephanie March's favorite spots.
As
It's my radio partner. She loves it.
As it should be. Okay, it is time for summer festivals, and we can actually, well, go this year, which is great. And I know you're excited. Look at your face. You are very excited. Okay, tell us about some of your favorites.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Stone Arch Festival is this weekend, and it is like the return to festival season. I happen to work on this festival a little bit, and I can just tell you, to get this festival going in light of COVID has not been easy. So I'm really excited that Stone Arch is back. It is on the other side of the river this year, so it's on West River Road. It's normally been on Main Street. They moved it because of construction, and I think the site is going to end up being beautiful. It's a free festival, 150 artists, there's culinary artists, there's music. It's going to be like it always should have been since before coronavirus. It's in its 26th year, I think. So that's Stone Arch.
You are
And
right.
then
You are right on that one. That's right in my neck of the woods, and it's what a beautiful setting. I mean, you're not going to get much better of a setting for a festival than that, right? It's so gorgeous.
No, and it's very urban. It's right in the middle of the city. It's right near all the homes. So it really feels like it's from Minnesota,
Yeah.
people from Minnesota. It's a good gathering to start the summer.
Next.
Another fun one is Summer Jam, which is going to be out at Canterbury, and that's a concert with Carrie Underwood performing. And again, just to get out to Canterbury and see live music again, they're going to have a lot of shows this summer, so that's exciting. And then Pride is back on July 17th. They moved the date because they were scrambling to get some things together because, again, with COVID, nobody knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And Pride is just a fun way to celebrate everybody being who they are, who they love, and it's one of my personal favorite events. I know, Jace, you are very into it too.
Yeah, I'm going to miss, and I get why they didn't do it. I am going to miss the parade because, I mean,
Yeah.
I like the festival, but the parade is fun. So we had an idea on the radio show this morning. I'm just going to go to headquarters and put the message out there. I think I think the gays should just infiltrate a lot of small city parades. You know what I mean?
I love it. There's the Ely 4th of July parade, so come on up. But you're going to have to use the outhouse.
I'll be there. Yes.
Okay, another great festival, if you're in Duluth, is Art in Bayfront Park, and that's August 19th and 20th, and it's in Bayfront, and it's art, music, culinary crafts, And then we have We Fest coming up. That's one of the first big concerts that's going to be happening, and that's a country concert up in Detroit Lakes, and that will be at the first weekend of August, 5, 6, 7, and then Seavers is going to be back, the fall festival with the pumpkins and the corn pit and the maze.
Okay.
They are going to be starting the second week of September and going through the end of October. That any of these festivals can happen is just a joy to behold as a small business person and someone to have all these artists and these makers. I mean, they haven't been able to sell their art for 18 months. This is going to be awesome to invite the jewelry makers, the candle makers, the woodcraft people, the fine art.
They're all going to be there. By the way, I will end on a compliment. Your hair game is on fire today. It is very Farrah Fawcett. It is very...
I got a new haircut and I don't really know how to style it. So I was like, hey, the 70s called. They want their hair back, but maybe it's working. I don't know.
It's totally working. Don't change a thing. The great Stephanie Hansen, everybody. For more information, head to her website, stephaniesdish.com. We'll be back celebrating 10 years of Bridesmaids next.
Miss?
No, it's not me.
Yes, it is you. Please go back to your seat.
Yes, I'm with him. I'm a Mrs. Iglesias.
No, you're not. You were just out here and you put sunglasses on. Out.
But I don't want to.
Sir, she can have my seat, okay? Everyone should experience first class at least once in their lives, and Annie shouldn't miss out just because she can't afford it.
No, ma'am, I'm afraid that's not allowed.
Help me, I'm poor.
No.
Oh, I love it. It's one of the funniest movies in recent memory, and this year, Bridesmaids is celebrating its 10th anniversary. Welcome back, everybody. Kendall joins me again. Bridesmaids is the story of a down-on-her-luck woman whose childhood best friend is getting married. Kristen Wiig stars in the movie and co-wrote it as well. Kirsten's character starts to clash with her friend's glamorous new friend played by Rose Byrne. Look at this.
I feel I can communicate with you with simply a look. Thank you for coming. Here, I'll take that. I'll take that. Yep, I got it. Lillian. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me, for sure. That's what friends are for. In good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore.
That's what friends are for. That's Wiig and Byrne giving the toast at an engagement party. It's so good. Have you ever had that happen where the bridal party, there's competition to see who's closest to the bride? Okay, I'll get to you a little bit later. One of the most memorable scenes is when the women get food poisoning while trying on gowns. The director, Paul Feig, says they actually cut some footage from the scene because it was, can you imagine this? Just too gross. The extra footage is in the unrated version. I remember sitting at the Plymouth Man Theater. Now it's something else. But I saw it at the Plymouth Theater. I was with some friends, a couple friends, and I laughed out loud harder than I had laughed in a long time at a movie. And that scene when Maya Rudolph goes out into the street and she goes, it's coming, and then move by, just it's here, and she squats on the street. It's just
sleeping in the street.
It's just fantastic.
It is one of the best moments of all. I think I couldn't breathe laughing.
Oh, and then Kristen Wiig is sweating because she's trying to eat the almond. I am so hungry.
Just eat it.
And she's, just pouring sweat is rolling down. There's just so many fabulous moments in this movie.
It is one of the best of all time.
Now that you're done sucking that down, let me ask you the question I asked you before. You've been to a lot of weddings, a lot of friends. Have you ever had fights within bridal parties?
Well, I haven't, but you've witnessed it before. Like the girls that don't know each other intimately, that are like, this is the friend from high school, this is the friend from college, and you can tell there's a little bit of like, well, do you want to sit over there and, you know, oh no, she doesn't like sitting in the sun. What do you mean? Sarah loves sitting in the sun. Like there's the weird things like that
yeah.
happen. And I just sit back and I take my little whatever I'm drinking and just watch. It's like, okay.
Oh.
You know, I don't know. What about you?
No, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, when we got married, all of the attendants were good friends, and everyone got along, and
Yeah.
and you know, so there was really no fighting. But this is one of those movies that also proved that, you know, women-led R-rated comedy could do well. People don't think about that. You know, a lot of the R-rated comedies were led by men, like Porky's and all of those. They weren't sure that what they would consider a gross movie led by women could be a success, and it was. I mean,
hugely successful.
Women are funny. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
I was lucky enough to get the chance to interview Kristen Wiig and Wendy McClendon-Covey in person in 2010 when I was hosting The Buzz, and they were here promoting this movie. And I was so excited because I had just seen it and remember, well, obviously, I went nuts because I remember loving it so very much, and maybe made a fool of myself telling Kristen how much I loved the movie, but oh well. That's
okay.
She was so nice.
Yeah,
Both
was
of
she?
them.
Like, were they really nice?
Yeah, they were delightful. I was always lucky because of the placement on the Buzz couch. I got to sit usually next to the stars.
Yeah.
So I could get, I could hear their conversations. And they were funny off camera too, like hysterical, cracking each other up because they did a city-to-city tour for that movie. So yeah, it was good.
I feel like that's when we met Rebel Wilson, right? Was that movie?
Yeah.
I think that was one of
She
the
played
first
the
movies
roommate.
we met her.
Yeah.
And she, the peas
The
on
peas
the
on
back.
her back for the
She's like,
tattoo.
I jumped in the car. It's a Mexican something drinking tequila.
Yes. Bridesmaids is available on Blu-ray and digital and streaming on both Peacock and Hulu. We are going to take a break and we'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. You can watch full episodes of our show on YouTube. We post each day's episode along with clips from the show. Just search for The Jason Show and hit subscribe. Ready for the bubblegum goodbye?
Yes.
Here we go. It is, do you prefer traveling? Oh, we already did this one. We'll have the question for you when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. I thought we didn't do that one, but we did. Oh, well. Welcome back. Let's say goodbye to our good friend Carol. Carol, thank you for being here. I found some of your emails. I will be responding to them, Carol. I'm sorry again.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sweetie, for being here. Come back and see us when we have a studio audience again, okay?
I will. I will.
Thank you, Carol. Okay, here we go. Here's the real bubblegum goodbye question.
Number 2.
What's the best place to take a date?
Well, my now husband wanted to take me mini golfing at the Walker on the rooftop for our second date, and I thought, we still haven't done it. I thought it'd be really fun and really cute and different.
Yeah.
However, I will say, if you live in the Twin Cities area or can, I think Target Field, getting really cheap seats like you and I always do, to a game, if it's a little uncomfortable, just watch the game.
Yeah.
If not, you can walk around, there's drinks, there's foods, there's stuff to see. I think that's a good one.
It is, because there's not the pressure of just sitting down for a meal. I always say, never do a meal for your first date, because that's a long time, and if it is going down bad, you are going to be there for appetizers, dinner, dessert. You're going to be there for a while.
The whole thing.
Target Field's great because you can just keep walking, just keep moving.
Just keep moving.
Yeah.
Hopefully you run into somebody. My mom always told me to never go have pizza on a first date. And I was always like, that seems really weird. And then I did it once. I didn't listen to her. And the cheese got stuck in my mouth. And I was trying to answer this guy's question. And
cheese is hanging, yeah.
It was a hot look.
There is some foods, like ribs. You should probably never go to a rib joint for your first date. You know what I mean? That's messy and gross.
Yeah.
Maybe don't go to a buffet. You know, don't be like, hey, let's go to the Squat and Gobble. You know, let's.
The Squat and Gobble?
That's what we used to call it, Little Country Buffet. Yeah, Old Country Buffet in Indiana, we called it
Because
squat
it's
and gobble.
squat and gobble?
And we gobbled, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's Indiana for you. Yeah. The
Stop.
OCB, the squat and gobble. Tomorrow, Kendall and Ted go climbing. Watch as they literally reach new heights. How did Ted do?
We'll see. I might have gone up a little higher.
Okay. Ooh. That's some shade to end the show. I love that.
Truth hurts.
That's right. That's going to do it for us. If you're watching and your kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Don't forget tonight, Fox 9 Town Ball, everybody. Please watch. We'll see you tomorrow.